Tough, gritty game. Thought we played the best basketball of the year for the first 34 minutes. I did not do a good job of preparing our guys. I think we struggled with the pressure at the end. There was a lot of things that were allowed that weren't allowed early in the game, but that's 100% my fault. So I'll make sure that I hold myself accountable, and I'll get our guys ready for those type of situations in those games to make sure we clean that up, as we know other people will probably be looking for that. But Sterling Young, I mean, the big thing with Sterling is just his growth and maturation as a man. Doesn't play well against Texas Southern. Holds himself accountable. He was fabulous on the ball screens tonight. His reads, ability to make plays and not just look for himself. I mean, he had 28 points, but I was more impressed with how he looked for other guys, and he really opened the game up there with their ball screen coverage against Shannon, who was so good. And so, really pleased with our guys and how we played today. And really pleased with the crowd. I'm very tough on Rattler Nation. They were tough on me early, so I'm very tough on Rattler Nation. But they showed up and they showed out today, so it was good to have that positive energy pushing our guys back and forth. But we still hear the little doubters out there, too.
Coach, as you were saying, the first 34 minutes were very impressive. Let's focus on that. Just to be able to continue to play well, have another really, really good game, most of it anyway. How confident is this team right now? Very
confident. I mean, our locker room right now, guys are pissed off. And you win a game against Jackson State at home, and they were just not pleased on how they played at the end of the game. And I took responsibility for it, and we'll make sure we get better for them. But I think it gives us a lot of confidence. We've always had confidence. Look at us. Y'all know we got confidence. That's one thing we're not going to lack, because we know how much work we put into this thing. And we know how much we believe in each other and how much of a family we are. So we can continue to do the things we need to do to be successful.
Coach, you guys have won 8 of your last 9 now. It seems you guys are playing with a different sort of confidence and swagger out there. Where do you think that's going to take you as far as the SWAC tournament coming?
We're worried about Alcorn State. So Alcorn State's very good. They won again today. I don't believe Alcorn has lost since they played us. And they lost, and they were controlled that game. We came back on them down 20, kind of like tonight, and we were able to finish that game. So our focus is really on Alcorn State. Coach Bussey is a fabulous coach, one of the best coaches in all of HBCU, one of the best Division I coaches that there are. And so we know that we have to prepare and be ready for a big-time battle here on Monday night.
Coach, you guys, I brought this up the last time too about how the team has been moving up in the standings. You guys, I think, 2nd place as of tonight as a result of the outcomes. Talk about just dealing with that, or that's not even in your spectrum in terms of how your team finish out the remaining games.
We're just worried about the next day and the next practice. Like, I'm worried about what we have to do versus pressure tomorrow. So we're not worried about it. We know we have good players. I mean, we have Sterling Young off the bench getting 28. So we got good players. We have a great coaching staff. Our assistant coaches are some of the best assistant coaches in the league, none of which have Division I head coaching or Division I assistant experience. But they're fabulous coaches, and they prepare our guys better than anybody else that I think that is out there. And so I'm excited about our growth. And I've been telling you guys the same thing the whole time. We're trying to grow. Like, we're not here to, win, games. We're here to win everything. So we got to focus on each and every day and make sure we take advantage of every situation we're in.
Sterling, what did you see out there today? It just seemed like you were stroking it, when you got the ball, there was confidence there, and the team needed you to score.
I just think it came from my coaches, just instilling confidence. The players, I know if I get in rhythm, if I see one go, and I know also me looking for other guys, it's going to open it up for me. So that's what I try to look for first, getting guys involved, and then letting mine come natural.
Coach, we saw you go over to the crowd, hype them up several times throughout the game. You talk about just the energy that they brought tonight. As you guys start to win more of these games, it seems like that support is growing. How much does that mean to you, and where do you think that is going to impact your program moving forward?
I'm fine. It's the guys. We're doing it for the guys. We do it for the alumni. I do it for my AD. I do it for the other people. We're good. I'm good. But the energy is for them because they deserve it. They're out here working. They got to deal with me. Imagine they deal with me for every day. It's not easy. It's very difficult. We hold them to a very high standard. And so I just like that they have the positive energy to really help them, because there's a lot of negativity around. There's a lot of negativity in this world. There's a lot of negativity in this country. And so for our guys to feel the love and feel that support from the students that they see from their peers, it means everything to them. And so I just want to make sure that we're doing it for our alumni, we're doing it for our players. The same thing I said when I came from my press conference. We're the #1 public HBCU in academics. Why can't we be that in athletics? And that's what we're striving for.
Coach, you guys, the way you're moving now, seeding becomes a factor. I mean, and expectations go up as far as the Rattler Nation fans in general. Even thinking about what fans expect, what's your focus? Because you're going to have to deal with that.
They gave me a 1-year contract, and they picked us 11th in the league. What were the expectations? I'm the only person here that had expectations. I knew that the expectations would be good to go, and our players believed, because I believed in them, and they believed in us. We don't worry about any. We're a home underdog to Jackson State, and we won 7 out of the last 8 games. There are no expectations for us. We set the level of expectations on how we work on a daily basis. And I expect them to come in and be focused on what the task at hand and focus every practice to make sure that they can play the best that they can play for themselves, for their family, for their teammates, and for this school.
Coach, this can go for Coach or Snare. Talk about just when you came into the SWAC, of course, you dropped your first 3 games. What have been the biggest growing points that you've seen from the team from coming in the first 3 games, learning the SWAC up until now, rolling, now you're #2 in the conference?
Jordan Chapman, what is he now? 9-10, 9-1 since he started playing? I mean, you get Jordan Chapman back, he's a leader. You get Caleb Washington, who's from a talent standpoint, he's got to be one of the best 15 players in the SWAC, probably best 10 players. And so you get that talent back with your wings. And then we had Sterling figure it out. Sterling can score. So remember, Sterling only played 20 minutes against Bethune. Like, the trust wasn't, we were just building. Like, we're building our relationship. And so as I've trusted him more, he's trusted me more. And I text Sterling last night. I said, Sterling, just trust me, and the sky's the limit. He comes out here today, he goes for 28. And we didn't have a second on the court tonight where either of us were off on anything. And he was fabulous with his mentality, his leadership, his team play. And then, he could score that basketball.
Sterling, you were poised this entire game. Did you come in this game with a chip on your shoulder?
No, I don't think so. I think I just knew, like I said, my coach had trusted me and we had talked. So I know just going out there being comfortable, just playing how I play, and everything gonna take care of itself. That's it.
Sterling, you guys are a bunch of guys who came from different places. What we saw out there tonight, we were talking about it as we watched the game, is one of the best performance by a FAMU men's basketball team. What's the thing that got you guys to the point where you play with such efficiency and confidence?
I think it's just we all got a chip on our shoulder. We all know we don't have nothing, so we got to just keep going, keep pushing. Like you said, expectations is not really there, so we got to prove every day we come out there. Like you said, we're not worried about this game no more. We on to the next one on Monday.
Coach, you started Shakir tonight. Was that his first start? And then how has he worked his way up to the starting line?
He started our first couple games. He started against Bethune. He started off and on. I think he started almost 70% of the games in the non-conference. He's the backup forward, so he came behind. Caleb was out tonight, so we went with Shakir. He's continuing to grow as a player, so we're looking forward to seeing him play better. I think he's going to have a big game against Alcorn.
Coach, free throws win games a lot of times, and despite how those last 6 minutes went, you guys made free throws when it counted in the last minute. How big was that, and how proud are you that you were able to close it out no matter how it ended?
I was happy to get the win. Nobody's going to go and say, oh, you won by, it doesn't matter. Did you win? It was 1, it was 40. Honestly, I really don't care. But the free throws, we're a skill-based team. Everybody in the SWAC is a muscle league and physicality. The NBA is a skill league. Europe is a skill game. So we're tough to deal with. We still are physical and tough, but we're very skilled. So when you have guys like, Jermaine Charles, big, who makes free throws, he was 8 for 8 at Texas Southern, which is really big for us. But our guys have done a good job. They stayed poised. They dealt with, a little bit of rough stuff. And then they went crazy. 7 for 10 from 3 in the second half. The law of average is going to come back, and they're going to make some shots, and they're good. They got some of the best players in the league. So really happy with how we were able to close it out.
You all went 7 for 12 in the first half of this game, Sterling. Talk about how much easier the game comes to you when you and your teammates are hitting threes like that.
I think it's like that for everybody. When you see it go in, it feels good. I know we got shooters, we got guys that can knock shots down. So when we see it fall, we just try to keep going.
All right. Thank you.